Hey guys, welcome to the Killian Family Homestead. So this quick project, it's raining outside, good time to do some indoor projects to help your apiary and your beekeeping for the year. I've taken out these Waxrite cells that come with the frames, and I've taken them out, and what I'm going to do is start building these starter strips. Now a lot of people make starter strips that are about half this size. I choose to make it a little longer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply weld it, glue it into the top part of the frame like this, and I'll glue it in there with just a dab of hot glue, and then once they build out the actual cell, they'll glue it themselves into place. But what this does is it will give them they'll start right here, and then they'll build their own comb down here to fill out the frame. And in that own comb, they'll build the cells that they want or they need to build. Drone cells are bigger, honey cells are bigger, or they may just continue to do the brood nest and they'll make it how they want to. I want to promote drone cell creation. Although I know that a lot of drones can spur on swarming, I want to create male diversity inside my apiary. Making sure there's not a whole lot of inbreeding taking place. Inbreeding can be a reason for kind of a shotgun approach or look to the brood pattern as the male and the egg that's being laid by the female is too related, and the workers will come in and sense that, and they'll pull out that larva that's in there, or pupa that's in there. So this is the project I'm doing. Let me show you how I cut it. Okay, so what I do is I find the center of the thing, and I just sit here and I score it with my pocket knife all the way down. As much pressure as you can. And I take it, line up this edge here, line up that score here, place both hands, put pressure on it. And there you go. That is how you can do it. Split it in half, and this becomes your starter strip. Most people have starter strips that are small. I like to do it a little bit bigger, simply because the benefits of the consistent small size comb, we all know those, but in addition to that, they have enough room, as you can see on this one, they have enough room to build the comb size of their preference and their need. Is my starter strip. The reason why I want to just make two out of them is that the skinny side of the Waxrite foundation inserts itself into the groove up above, and then you can just anchor it into that groove. If you just did that, it doesn't really fit too well. People do build cleats, little pieces of wood to anchor them in, and I don't have one, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, what I do here is I will take this hot glue gun and I will just put a healthy stream of hot glue all the way through here, and then take the starter strip and stick it right into it, the skinny side into the groove, and then let it sit up like that, and it will sit there and dry. Okay, here we are, completely done. Let me just go over a couple of things again. There are so many opinions out there on beekeeping. I choose to do a starter strip that is half of the foundation. Number one reason is that the skinny end on these particular frames has to insert inside the slot, which I put glue all across it, and just hot glue gun type of glue in there, because if I need to remove it, I'd be able to do that. But it's just strong enough to keep it in place, especially once the bees build their own wax and they're gluing it themselves all along here, building this down and attaching it. Sometimes they don't attach it all the way down here, but it will be attached somewhere along the line. So that is my definition of a starter strip. Why do people do starter strips? Because I believe that the hive needs male diversity. With these small comb-sized foundations, what happens is these are designed to be worker bee cells, and in some cases honey cells. Well, drone cells need larger, so what you end up having is the hive says, okay, we need drones, so we're going to build burr comb down here with larger cell size to accommodate the male diversity that we need. But what I'm going to be doing is, here's your spot for normal cell size. Here is the spot B's where you can build whatever cell size you want. And that's the key here. So I have a bunch of them. I'm going to put 4 of these checkerboard style in between foundation frames that have full foundation in it. And the bees can do whatever they want. Okay, let me show you how I'm going to arrange my deeps, or the brood nest this year. I don't know if this is perfect, I'm just telling you and learning as we go here. But so I have a full foundation. What I mean by that is, and this one is fully drawn out, but there is foundation underneath all of that wax, beeswax that the bees built out. It's a full piece of foundation. So full, half. Full, half. Okay? So the reason why I do that is it helps with the bee space. Okay? What that means is they're going to build vertically and they're going to build uniformly because of the way this is structured. This is the whole beauty of a Langstroth hive, is the uniformity across it all, so that you can work the hive. Now if you had 2 halves right next to each other, such as this, okay, you can see what would happen. What would happen is they're both together and there is a lot of space in between there. And so the bees, if they wanted to, if they could, they might start building on this one and just build some huge monstrosity of a wax thing that would creep into the bee space down here. Okay, then next time you lift this frame up, it knocks off this build out of wax. And so the reason why you want a checkerboard in all cases is for the uniformity, so you can work them. So full, half, etc., etc., etc. Now the math doesn't equal exactly out, so what I do is I put 2 fulls on the opposite side, because this is a 10 frame. If this was an 11 frame, then it would be an odd number, and you could do that sort of thing and get an even number. I always want a full to be on the outside. I should make that clear. I always want a full on the outside for the exact same reason that I just described. I don't want a half right here on the end, because a half means that they might just build a bunch of burr comb and attach it to this outside box. So, and I'm speaking like I have a bunch of experience with this. This is I'm going into my 3rd season of beekeeping, so I'm not a huge experienced beekeeper, but I tell you what, I just feel like that's important. Solid, and then every other one is a half. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see ya.